This is written for my friend Onelia in Bulgaria, who will be seen shortly. So this is a sort of Facebook wave to Onelia. Hi Onelia. It's called Can More Be Had Than Is Had, which is William the Conqueror. The whole point of the Doomsday Book was to find out how much you could squeeze out of me. Can more be had than is had. The poet tried to talk to the page, but the page just wouldn't listen, and the words wouldn't behave. The poet crumpled the page up into a ball, and everything went dark for the words. Hold on, guys, hollered the words, as the poet angrily but perfectly drop-kicked the crumpled page. Woo! Screamed the words into the wastepaper basket on the far side of the room. Click, said the switch, and the light vanished. Slam, said the door. Silence, said the silence. The words listened to the retreating footsteps as the poet cursed his way down the hall. When, and only then, they were certain he had gone, they disentangled themselves from the crumpled page, writing poems of their own all over the poet's white walls, chasing shadows over stippled wallpaper, falling heels over head in love with the sunlight. The footsteps began to return. Quick, shouted the words in wild alarm, and dived back into the wire wastepaper basket, hiding and holding their collective breaths amongst a heap of soggy butts and squashed beer cans. The poet emerged into the room, took the pen he had forgotten, his lucky pen, and went out again. The words sniggered amongst themselves, almost pissed themselves laughing. Thank you. I took my little girl to see the sea for the first time, so this is called Your Holiness. It's got nothing to do with hope, that's its face at all. It's called Your Holiness. Naked with bucket and spade, digs all morning, having myriad conversations with herself. Sand, sea and shells. I'm digging a hole in the world, she announces with great purpose. The hole in the world becomes more and more holy. I'm making a nothing out of a something. She fills me in on the proceedings. Then she spends an afternoon of filling it in again. I'm unholing the whole, she informs me in a running commentary, and with even greater pompous purpose. Soon the whole is unable to call itself a whole, being wholly filled in. Now it isn't what it was. But she has settled in her mind the holiness and unholiness of how the world can be. This is called Tortured Sunlight. A friend of mine committed suicide, and there's an overwhelming sense of disbelief and grief and loss and curiously enough, great anger as well too. I dreamt this poem, I woke up, I wrote it down, and I went back to sleep, and this is what appeared in the morning. It's called Tortured Sunlight. Only remembering things that have not yet happened, I nail the dream of you to the back of my mind with 7 rusty nails, until the memory of you bleeds and bleeds and pleads with me to undream you. Your kiss is a shadow tortured with sunlight. Your touch is a page torn out and thrown away. Your absence is a hate I create and recreate to torment a mind that only remembers things that can never happen. Thank you.